Hey witches, mystics, manifestors, and people who just like tarot. Welcome to my channel. I'm Ray Luna. For today's pick a card reading, this is a message meant to find you before the end of today. So the universe wants to give you a message before your day ends. What is it? So for our selection here, group number 1, we have an American Redstart and Mookaite. For group number 2, we have a Seagull and Lapis Lazuli. For group number 3, we have a Woodpecker and Red Jasper. Choose the card and crystal that's calling out to you the most, and when you're ready, head to the description or comment section to click on the correlating timestamp to receive your reading. As always, thank you for watching, and I hope you guys enjoy this reading. Hey group number 1, welcome to your reading. So you chose the American Redstart and Mookaite. So let's see what this card says. Embrace your sexuality. So with this card here, it brings the message that you might be discovering something new about your sexuality. This could be questioning your sexuality as well, or exploring it. This also could be looking at dynamics as well. So something I thought of too, like maybe you're researching the sex revolution of the 60s. Something like that could be relevant for you. But dynamics in sex and questioning your sexuality, or having to be more comfortable with this area of life, or learning more about it. This is something that could be especially important for you as you're questioning, you're looking at different things, understanding different concepts, like maybe how people relate to this. How does it make them feel better? How does it hurt them or harm them? How is this something in life that can be a tool for good or a tool for bad things as well? So you could be discovering all the different facets and aspects of this area of life. It's especially important. This card also says second chakra. So this is the sacral chakra. This has to do with creativity, obviously sexual relationships, energy, the way you can relate to things that bring you pleasure and comfort. So this is something you're meant to embrace or indulge in more. But while you're doing this, you could be learning a lot, kind of like researching. I keep feeling that, even though that's something you might not necessarily tie into this area, but that is coming through like a research project, learning a lot more about it, discovering in relation to yourself and how you feel about it. So let's shuffle some tarot and see what else comes out. Okay, with these cards here, we have the Nine of Pentacles, Four of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles, Four of Swords, Nine of Swords, and the Emperor. So I love how the first card that came out is Nine of Pentacles, because that talks about luxuries, enjoying fine things. And with embracing your sexuality, second chakra, and the Nine of Pentacles, this is about, yes, embracing things that feel good, things that indulge you, right? So you might be someone who really needs a break. So the universe is telling you to enjoy things that give you pleasure, that give you comfort. Maybe you have been working too much. Maybe you need to celebrate. Maybe you need to move into this moment of just feeling good and feeling sensations. So I also think of too, Taurus, right? Like having pleasure through eating, having pleasure through dancing or listening to good music. This is something you're really meant to do fully, not feel shame about it either, right? Not feeling guilty about taking care of yourself or doing things that you desire. This especially is like avoiding or moving past shame of enjoying yourself. This could even be something like you just took a day off of work and you feel guilt or you feel shame when it's like, why? Like, enjoy that moment. So you're learning how to embrace these moments of comfort and pleasure. I also see too with the Four of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles, this is having comfort too when it comes to money. So another area of life you could be experiencing something nice is how you feel about money, your relation to money. So maybe you're using money to give yourself more pleasurable experiences, maybe feeling less guilty when you buy something for yourself, because some people, maybe they buy a lot of things for their friends, family, their children, pets, but they kind of neglect themselves. So this is feeding yourself with your own purchases and not having that guilt. And with the Four of Swords, Nine of Swords, the universe is also saying move away from this stress, this anxiety. Try to find moments of peace or moments where you do feel safe. That can be hard sometimes, but there's a big message here of needing to do what you want, needing to receive what you want. But there could be some sort of outside limitation of, people saying things about you, people judging you for how you're getting what you want. So this is also something you have to move away from and take control of. With the Emperor, this is taking control of your life, taking control of how you are perceived. This also could be being strong enough to push past negativity, limitations, and know that you can't control everyone else, but you can control yourself. You can embrace what you want. So it doesn't matter what other people are saying. It doesn't matter if there's this sense of, oh, I'm obligated to do this, but I'm taking a break, so I can't. I want to do something that makes me feel good, but people will judge it, so I can't. It's like you have the control to move past that and do what you want anyway, kind of like how an emperor would do whatever they want in olden times, right? Like they did whatever they wanted regardless. So you are having that change and that shift of being the emperor in your own life and deciding, okay, I'm going to do this because that is best for me, even if it makes people think that I am overly hedonistic, I'm going to do it anyway. So this is really what you're going to be doing, the energy you're moving into. So I'm going to pull some more cards and see what else comes out. Okay, with these cards, we have the Painter, Strength, Power, the Alligator, Silence, Introspection, Black Coffee, Shadow Work, Awakening. So another thing you are doing is with Alligator and Black Coffee, this makes me think of deeply reflecting on your inner motives, what is motivating you, what is pushing you forward, what is hindering you. So you might have to do some shadow work here and look at why you feel shame or guilt when you get things you want. You have to look at why you feel this judgment so strongly when you are living the way you want to live, right? Or why you might feel the need to adhere to some sort of norm, or why you feel you have to like strictly abide by something that's not serving you. And this could be in relation to your sexuality. This could be in relation to just taking time to rest and trying to have more pleasurable things in your life. But you have to reflect on why. Was it the way you were raised? Is it people judging you in society? Both of those things. You have to reflect on this so you can deconstruct those mental limitations you have brought with you because of that experience. Okay? And I know this is kind of an intense message for a message you need to see before the end of the day, but this is what is coming through. So you're really meant to hear this so you can make progress in this area of life, and so it doesn't further limit you. But with awakening here, this is a good thing, because with that difficult work, that difficult reflection, we then can realize the truth, and that truth helps us unlock more of life. It helps us get more pleasure, especially for you. What can you do to make it so your life is more enjoyable and not just suffering or fighting something that you don't want to fight? And this is having the inner strength and power too to look at the truth or look at things clearly and not lie to yourself, so you can fix the problems or fix what is harming you. I also see here too, this could be needing to enjoy some alone time, maybe with your coffee or whatever it is you drink. You don't have to drink coffee, but you could need to sit alone and just enjoy some time by yourself as well, so that this is easier to do. You can reflect during that time, or just separately you can just reflect and enjoy your own time, your own company. That in itself can be a pleasure, the pleasure of privacy, having yourself, having a safe place. So that is also something you might need to do. So I'm going to pull some more cards and see what else needs to come through. Okay, here we have patience, failure, gratitude, and I'll get to these in a second. So you're also meant to now learn more patience. So there could be something in your life you have to be patient with. So this could be being patient in learning these lessons, or being patient separately, learning to cope with previous failures or regrets, right? You could be regretting something you have done, or you feel like you previously have failed something. This is saying have patience to overcome this. Everyone fails sometimes. Everyone makes mistakes sometimes. Everyone has something they regret, right? So this is saying have the patience to give yourself time to fix a mistake, right? It says right here, I understand that a mistake is only an opportunity to learn. So yes, what can you learn from that failure and regret, and move forward with it? Don't halt yourself and limit yourself by beating yourself up, saying, oh my God, I failed this, I regret this. You have to move forward to make it better again. So this is saying have patience with yourself to make things right and improve things in your life, especially if you feel like you have failed in some way. There is still time to fix things. And with gratitude here, this is saying I'm thankful for this life and the opportunities that it presents. So this is also needing to keep an eye out for new things to look forward to. So this could be looking at what is in front of you, like new opportunities for socializing with people you like, being open to that opportunity in the first place. This could be being open to looking for ways to improve your health here. So you are going to have things open up for you opportunities wise of more social experiences, chances to improve your health or work on your health, and also being able to commit to something. This could be committing to yourself to, go past these limitations, being patient with yourself when it comes to failures, giving yourself that respect to improve over time and not beating yourself up. But you have a lot here that you're going to be grateful for. This doesn't mean always needing to be positive either, but you could just be thankful that, okay, I'm glad these new things are coming in. I'm glad I have the mindset so I can see them in the first place so they don't pass me by. But with, ring commitment, tree health, garden social event, you are having chances here to improve your health. This could be needing to commit to being healthier, like needing to commit to a routine of exercise, or, eating things a certain way to improve your health. Like if you are someone, you can't eat a lot of salt because of health issues, this is saying like really committing to that is going to help solve some of your problems. Or if you can't eat a lot of, like bread or whatever, it makes you eat more unhealthy foods because that's one of your cravings or whatever. It doesn't matter what that is. This is just an example, but you really have to commit to something related to your health so other things in your life improve. So this could be a confirmation if you're already doing that, or it could be a reminder from the universe, like, hey, like just be careful with your health, that you're not eating too unhealthily. You're not doing anything that's harming your health, because your health is, of course, important. It's a form of wealth, because some people, they have a lot of health issues and they can't do anything about that. They just have that. So if you have the chance to try to prevent health issues, this is a big focus for you, like taking care of your health. This could be your mental health as well. This is really a nice reminder from the universe to take care of yourself, because you are important. Mental health, physical health, how you're treating your body, how you're treating your mind. And I also see a message here too of saying commitment to social events. If you are invited someplace, say yes. You could be called to cancel plans or not go to something, but you could actually have some breakthroughs when you are talking with someone, when you are interacting with other people. Maybe it can help with some of these issues you're feeling, break through some of those limitations, break past some of that programming that you might have from past experiences, and open you up to a lot of new great things. So that was your reading, group number 1. I hope you guys liked it, and hopefully it wasn't too strong of a message for just, the message you need to hear before the end of the day. If you liked it, like the video, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you don't miss any other videos like this. I hope this reading has helped you in some way, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye. Hey, group number 2, welcome to your reading. So you chose the Seagull and Lapis Lazuli, so let's see what your card says. By Herring Gull, I thought it was a seagull unless it's similar, but it says heed the lesson, first chakra. So this makes me think of maybe what is going on around you. It says, what can you learn from this? So there could be something happening where it's like you have to reflect on, how have I handled this before? How have I got through a similar situation? So this could be needing to reflect on your past situations, because this could be very useful for the current moment or even the future. Heed the lesson makes me think of, too, needing to not be afraid and embrace change, embrace new things that are happening, even if it makes you feel uncomfortable, because that uncomfortable feeling will soon subside. You'll get used to things. You'll be able to move forward anyway, right? Even if things are different, they're changing, they're new. Sometimes we need some discomfort so things can change in our life, so it's not stagnant, or we can continue to grow and learn. So there is a message here to have a new way of thinking, right? Release old ways of thinking, and maybe this will help you move past limitations that you're currently experiencing right now. So let me pull some tarot cards and see what else comes through. And your other cards here, the Moon, the World, Queen of Pentacles, Ten of Cups, Knight of Wands, Five of Pentacles. So with the Moon here, this also could be feeling disappointed with something, not liking the result of something. Maybe that's why you have to heed the lesson, like, oh, how can I learn from this? If I didn't like the outcome, how can I learn from this? If I'm feeling disappointed in someone or something. This also could be like you learned the lesson of, maybe you over romanticized something, right? You had high expectations. You were very much so an idealist when it came to something, and then this illusion was broken. The magic is gone, right? So you might have to learn the lesson of, how can I see something more realistically so it can result in something being created that is successful for me? Or how can I look at things or handle that disappointment so it doesn't affect me further? It's okay to be disappointed. It's okay if something's not exactly how we wanted it to be, but we don't want to sit there forever, right? It's okay to process that. As it says, heed the lesson, process this. Take your time, but remember that you can have, new goals, new dreams, new things to chase and believe in. So you're having the message here too from the universe to keep dreaming, keep looking for things that inspire you. The world is big, right? There's all sorts of things happening in the world all the time. There is definitely something in this world that can inspire you, that can move you again. So don't lose faith or feel too disappointed in what is going on, or if something has not worked out for you. There is something around the corner, I always say. And with the World, the Queen of Pentacles, this is about fulfillment, and finding what makes you feel right and comfortable. Like the Queen of Pentacles is someone who has luxury, who has comfort, who's confident within themselves. So this also could be using yourself as a source of comfort So if you can't believe in someone else, how can you believe in yourself, right? Like maybe someone has disappointed you, but you know, I at least can live up to that standard I set. I at least can do my part. So this also could be finding comfort in the fact that you don't have to disappoint you, even if other people and other things do. And we see here the 10 of Cups. This makes me think of having a lot of joy, being very happy, but this isn't like happy at a party. This is more so at home happy. This could be with your significant other, feeling happy with them, doing activities with them, chilling at home together. That's what I feel here, enjoying your family, having comforting times just to relax and enjoy things. So while there could be some things that are disappointing you, there's a message here of finding comfort in those that are around you, finding comfort in even like a pet too, like a cat or a dog. There is a lot of good things too happening as you process this loss or disappointment. I do see some fun times though, romantically. So if you are single as well, I do think it's possible someone can come in here with the Knight of Wands, someone who is courageous, fast, maybe a little impulsive though, or arrogant in some ways, right? So this is someone that could be coming towards you when you're dealing with this disappointment. The Five of Pentacles talks about that too, feeling a loss of some kind. So maybe this person can help distract you from this disappointment or prove to you that not everything's a disappointment. Maybe they're a person who helps pick you up and make you feel good again. Or if you're already with someone, your partner, your family too, even not just a romantic partner, they could be lifting you up and encouraging you to feel good again and have hope. Okay, so I'm going to shuffle some more cards. Okay, with these cards, we have Sassafras, Healing, Self-Care, the Crow, Dashed Hopes, Mourning, the Opossum, Diversity, Plurality. So yes, I definitely felt some sort of loss or disappointment. The Moon talks about that as well. But this card also has a message that relates to your first one that you chose at the selection. It talks about needing to take time so that you can learn the lesson from this. So do take your time to heal and recover. Don't push yourself if you need more time. But there's also the message that you don't want to sit there forever and just be in disappointment. So give yourself that time to heal, but also look forward to what can be next. That could help you heal as well. Just looking forward to what is next afterwards. Of course, as I said, take that time, but there is more hope. There is new dreams. There's new things to look forward to. I just don't want you guys to be too disappointed here as you're going through this experience, because I definitely felt it strongly. Some sort of disappointment of some kind. So I'm sorry you are going through this, but I also feel as well, this could talk about as you're healing, make sure you're eating well. Don't starve yourself, or on the opposite end, don't overindulge in foods that make you feel sick because they're comforting. Like, take care of yourself in a way where it's like you're in the middle, not doing too much, not doing too little. That is something that's really going to help you recover, is like eating right, the balance for you, what you need, right? What your body needs. Doing something like taking a warm bath, drinking tea, something that will calm you and make your body feel safe. I also feel the message of don't give up on your self-care. Like, make sure you're taking showers, you're brushing your teeth, you're brushing your hair. Like, that might sound silly to say, but when we're in a bad mood or going through tough times, people can forget to do those things or struggle to do those things. So this is also a message from the universe to make sure you're taking care of yourself in that way, because if you don't, you can feel worse afterwards. And with the opossum here, it talks about diversity, so multiple of something, or how things can be different. So I also think there's a message too, like, let's say if there was a disappointment of some kind where you might have been rejected because you didn't fit a perfect specific mold. This is also learning to accept how, yes, you can be rejected if you don't fit this perfect mold, but Also, how in some ways can that benefit you? How are you more intelligent because you are different? How are you more intelligent or have better experiences because you are unique or multifaceted in some way how others aren't? So there's also the message to appreciate all the ways that you are different, even if that sometimes comes with pain, because there is something really cool and unique, like how the opossum is really cool and unique. Don't they play dead sometimes, right, to survive. So that is something that might seem unusual, strange, but it helps them live and survive. So maybe you have some sort of special talent or skill like the opossum does, playing dead, so that you can survive. This also could be another message of needing to lay low for a while, not only to heal, but maybe distance yourself. Not from the people who make you feel the Ten of Cups energy, but maybe needing to distance yourself from some other people in the meantime while you recover, so they don't, upset you or make you have to talk about something you don't want to talk about. You might have to lay low for a while. That's another message coming through. So I'm going to shuffle my last set of cards here and see what you need to know. Okay, with these cards here, we have relationships, abundance, and doubt. So I think it's interesting because with relationships, it says, I'm attracted to those people who serve my higher good. So this also could be some form of failure, rejection, disappointment with relationships because you're being guided differently. You're not meant to have a connection with a person or a certain group of people because that could block your abundance or harm you in the future. Maybe this was a temporary situation for you to learn a certain lesson. We all have difficult lessons in life, no matter what, right? This is just part of life. So there could be some sort of situation here where this was meant to teach you something about relationships, whether that's valuing relationships, whether that's dealing with certain types of dynamics in relationships. That could be a loving dynamic or maybe even a hurtful dynamic, depending on the situation here. This could be needing to look at relationships and maybe instead of like idealizing something, seeing it for what it is, or trusting your gut. Maybe you felt something, but you didn't listen to it. You doubted it. And then it was like, it was revealed to me. I should have trusted my gut. I knew something wasn't right. This is going to be different for each of you, but you were meant to learn a lesson about relationships here. So that is why you could be dealing with some sort of disappointment or sadness with this, but this will pass. And with abundance here, abundance talks about having a lot of what you want or a lot of something. So it's not always about money, even though a lot of people think money with abundance. Abundance can be having an abundance of freedom, having an abundance of knowledge, having an abundance of ways to do what you want. So I also see for you guys an abundance of freedom. And with the horses here, I'm noticing horses are a symbol of freedom, being able to get where you want to go, because of course people used horses for transportation. Now they might use cars or trains or whatever, but horses could be a symbol of freedom. So in some way you're getting an abundance of freedom. Even if there is a disappointment or mourning, you are having a weight lifted from your shoulders and moving towards more abundance of freedom or having less limitations. And with doubt here, needing to release doubt. I release the need to know all the answers. So yes, you might have to move past something too. Maybe there is a lack of closure, a lack of knowing everything that happened, or maybe not knowing why something failed, relationship-wise, situation-wise. But this is also being okay with that, needing to learn that lesson of, if I don't know everything, that's fine. I can still live. I don't need to know everything. And sometimes there isn't really a grand or big reason for something. Sometimes things just don't work out. Sometimes it's the wrong timing, the wrong place, or we were not meant to receive that gift or go on a certain life path. That can be the reason sometimes. You're also going to be learning how to push past doubt, self-doubt, and accept things the way they are so you can be a stronger person, and also not limit yourself as well, not doubting yourself. And with Rider News Key Success, this is really nice to see here because I think there's a message in the not too distant future of a message of success. Maybe you are receiving something and that can be your pick-me-up from that failure or disappointment. Maybe there's something around the corner, good news, that makes you feel like you're unlocking more. So this could be something that allows you to improve your life. This could be something that gives you a key to do what you want. This could be a key to heal more. Maybe you're getting some sort of news that makes you feel like you can finally heal. Also, I notice too, sometimes when we have a disappointment or mourning, sometimes that's temporary and we get something better. It's like really wanting a job, but you don't get it. And then weeks later, you get news back from another company and they give you a really nice job. Sometimes things work out like that. So maybe there's a situation here, something didn't work out, but soon another thing will, and you'll forget this or be able to move on from this or cope with it better. And commitment, I also see here too, there could be someone in the future that wants to commit to you. So especially if this is a relationship failure of some kind, like romantically, I do think that there is commitment for you in the future. There is people who want to give you their all. There is people here who are genuine. So this could be more commitment from friends, romantic relationships, people who do really want to build with you, not just take. If you have been disappointed with relationships with other people, this is a message not to forget that there is people who genuinely do want friendships, relationships that are trustworthy and are giving, you know, like having that partnership of people to share your life with. So that was your reading, group number 2. I hope you guys liked it. Let me know what you thought about it in the comments. I hope you guys liked it. Like it, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you don't miss any other videos like this. I hope this reading has helped you in some way, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye. Hey, group number 3, welcome to your reading. So you chose the woodpecker and red jasper, so let's see what your card says. We have take control and 7th chakra. Tackling things boldly, create your own future. So the message you need to hear now before the end of day is you need to see all the ways you can take control of your life. So we can't control everything, right? I say life is a mix of what we do and the things that happen. So you can't control everything else that's happening, but you can control yourself. You can control your reaction to things. Or you can start something in your free time, right? Pursue something in your free time. So this is all about realizing how you have control over your life or what you can do next. So you guys could be encouraged here by the universe to be more autonomous, be more independent. What's something you want to do without having to rely on other people or circumstances? What's something you can do? This can be something as simple as getting a glass of water because you have the agency to get that cup, fill it up with water, and then drink it. Why not? You have to do stuff that makes you feel more in control, more independent, and not give away your power. You have more power than you think you do. Even though there is a lot of limitations placed on, everyone in the world, you have more power than you think you do. So this is a big message for you to consider and reflect on. I also feel like you guys could be people who are really into maybe manifesting, having that vision board or envisioning things and trying to take action on it so it comes true, so you can make it be in your reality. So this is also a message of taking control of your goals, where you want to be in life. What do you want to manifest? What can you envision right now that's not in your life that you hope it will be someday? And then find a plan to make that come true or work on it. Not everything has to be, a crazy success. Just have something to work on that makes you feel happy, that makes you have that purpose, right? That sense of fulfillment that you're doing something that you like or working towards a future that you'll enjoy. So I'm going to put down some tarot cards and see what else comes through. Okay, with these cards here, we have 5 of Wands, Page of Cups, Knight of Pentacles, 2 of Swords, 9 of Swords, and 2 of Cups. So instantly I saw 5 of Wands, Page of Cups. This is needing to approach things in life that could be out of the ordinary, or there could be some conflicts going around you, whether that's people fighting, needing to discuss like a project before you move forward with it. There seems to be a lot of different ideas or people with conflicting energy, creating some difficulty. So the Page of Cups is saying to process this and take control of this by being balanced with your emotions. There could be something that is upsetting or is just stressful, as in like, oh, this is annoying. I have to keep telling this person the same thing over and over again. I have to tell them why this isn't going to work, but they won't listen. Or they want another meeting to talk about this, or they keep pushing their idea, which isn't going to work. So this is taking control by not responding in a emotional way. So you can have those emotions. I'm not saying hide your emotions or repress them, process them, but don't outwardly act in a way where it's like you're clearly aggravated, because that could come back to bite you in the bum eventually. Because this could be dealing with someone who wants that conflict, or this could be dealing with a situation where your reaction, if it is emotional, could be used against you later on, and they say, oh, like this person's very emotional or sensitive, when you could have those feelings for a very valid reason. But this is a message of protection. Take control by not giving enemies or other people ammunition to harm you later on. So make sure publicly, don't overreact to something or show your emotions too much. You can privately be aggravated or process those emotions, but be careful who you show or express your feelings to, because there could be some conflicts here. And with the Knight of Pentacles, this talks about practical solutions to your problems. So a lot of your problems right now, instead of thinking out of the box, out of thinking of different scenarios that could be very inventive or innovative, you might have to just go back to basics, right? If you have a problem, you might be able to handle it simply. So try not to overthink your problems is another message that's coming through. This could be something simple, as in this conflict. One solution to it to help you deal with this is, not reacting too much with your emotions, even if you are upset or annoyed. That's one solution that could be practical, which you wouldn't think of, because you might just want to react, but that's a protection message. So a lot of what you're dealing with right now, there could be simple solutions. So make sure you don't push yourself too far either by trying to be super creative, thinking of all these crazy different things to solve your problems, because it could be something very, very simple. And you might need this energy, this creativity, for another area of life that is important, instead of these energy draining situations. Maybe for your manifestations, you can use that creative energy. But for the day-to-day things, make sure you're looking at practical solutions, tried and true things you can count on. With the Two of Swords, the Two of Cups, there is some sort of choice that you could be agonizing over, right? This is anxiety with a choice, maybe needing to make the right choice, because it is swords and cups. That could be head over heart, heart over head. Should I do something logical? Should I do something emotional? But here, I felt that with these cards, you can act with your emotions, like you can feel your emotions, but it might be better in this case to act more logically, but then based on your emotions, do something that you want. So work on your manifestations, work on your goals. But when it comes to these conflicting situations, these energy draining situations, do something where you're not putting in all your energy, so that you have this energy to do what is going to be best for you. Don't focus on this draining project if you don't have to, right? This is delegating your energy, balancing out your energy in a way that's going to work for you. Don't get overly hyped or upset if something is going on at work and they want you to be super emotionally invested. You might have to distance yourself from that. So in your personal life, you can do what's right for you with other things you want to invest your time and energy in. So I hope that makes sense. But there is a lot of anxiety here, so distance yourself from this as much as you can. Conflicting situations, energy draining situations, so you can recover your energy and continue to take control of your own life and your future prospects. Okay, I'm going to shuffle some more cards and see what else comes through. Okay, and we have Mojo Bag, Justice, Karma, Black Eyed Peas, Wealth, Prosperity, and the Peacock, Vanity, Pride. So with the Mojo Bag and Black Eyed Peas, this is a message of having an increase of prosperity, having some good things happen to you that make you smile, that make you feel like, okay, I'm getting something good now. And with justice, I think justice will be served to you in relation to this energy conflict. I think what's going to happen is if you distance yourself from the situation, you don't react, you don't give this person, people, situation ammunition, you distance yourself, this is going to give you justice and karma later on because someone's trying to trap you in some sort of situation to catch you, to make you look bad. So it's good if you stay distant, okay? It pays off later on, justice, karma. It could hurt this person instead of hurting you. And with the peacock here, yeah, it's like you might be prideful in the sense of you might want to act very truthfully. You might want to act and, fix the situation because it could be hurtful to you, reputation-wise. Or someone could be, as I said, trying to set something up to hurt you. You want to correct the situation. But this is saying with that distance here, don't be too prideful, right? It might seem difficult to do this, but it's actually the right choice. Having to step away instead of fighting and going forward. And usually I give that message of, hey, fight it, stand up. But there's something here where it's like, distance yourself and step back because this is going to make it so this person has the trap fall on them. They'll get caught in this conflict. Someone could be trying to frame you for something. This could be being scapegoated in some way. But by you stepping back here and not giving a reaction, it's going to trap this person instead. And I'm not trying to say the same thing, but it has to be stressed what this situation is, because this is a warning of some kind that if you are very prideful and you want to act that way, even though your gut is telling you, no, I shouldn't, and you're being told, no, this doesn't make sense, it could hurt you instead. It's a situation that could still be developing. So you have to, heed this message when you see the situation, the situation, act how you think will work out for you. But there is a big message of needing to lay low because someone's wanting you to speak up and do something so that they'll be like, oh yeah, well, you did say this, and then use it against you. That could be a work situation or a situation involving a group of people. So just be careful. But you do have wealth and prosperity here and getting justice of some kind if you're able to avoid this situation or even avoiding conflict altogether by not giving this person the words, the reaction, you're safe. So I'm going to shuffle some last cards to close out the reading and see what else comes through. Okay, with these cards, yes, snake deceit. Someone's trying to trick you. Someone is using fear, okay? Someone's trying to make you scared into giving them the reaction that they want. So don't feel fear. Don't be deceived. Accept the situation and relax, okay? So even if you're dealing with something that is scary or is stressful, this is saying withholding as much of your energy as you can. That's going to give you the best outcome because this person cannot use it as evidence against you. And that keeps coming through. So please heed that message. And also with take control, you can't control everything that's happening, right? As I said, but you can control your reaction to this. That's why this is coming through. So just be aware of all the communication you get, the messages you get. Also, if someone's asking you a lot of questions that are kind of investigation-like, they're probing you for more and more information, be aware of that because that could be a hint to who this person is. If they're overly curious, they're overly invested, and they ask you strange questions to gather information, that's a sign of this person. But you are smart here, and it also says humor, approaching life with humor, approaching these situations with humor. This is something, while it might be difficult to deal with now, hey, you now have a funny story to tell people about. You now have something you can laugh about. Why is this person doing this? That's sad, right? This person's doing this. Laugh about it. See the humor in the situation, even though it's obviously not favorable, but this is something you can laugh about. And I also feel too, with birds' communication and happiness, there is some sort of communication here. Even with Mojo Bag, Black Eyed Peas, there is a favorable communication that makes you happy. So this could be getting a promotion of some kind that gives you more wealth. This could be being believed in a situation, being chosen over someone else with the information you're providing. And that makes you happy. But there's also overall, outside of this situation, enjoy communications with your friends, people online, family, strangers even. There could be happiness in communication, escape in communication, right? So you could be feeling a connection with other people when you're just chatting, when you're just enjoying life. So make sure, no matter what is happening, take the time to enjoy life and have moments of peace, moments of happiness, regardless of what is happening. This is something that will always serve you well. I also see this happiness could be progress towards your life purpose, progress towards reaching a manifestation or having it manifest, especially if you're wanting to manifest wealth of some kind. I do see that happening. And also with this deceit, you could be getting a promotion over someone or being chosen over this person for something, which is why they're doing this. So that was your message, group number 3. I hope you liked it. Like the video, subscribe, hit the notification bell. I hope you guys have a great day. I hope this reading has helped you in some way, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.